I managed to keep these two coleus plants alive in the kitchen window, but they're pretty spindly from not getting enough sun. Today's the day to put them outside. Fingers crossed that they harden up and do good. We're watching Sandy. This is just fascinating. But I'm also putting away Easter. I wanted it up through around the end of April, and it's around the end of April. Well, I guess I got a little carried away with cleaning inside. It's going on 3 o'clock, but all the Easter stuff is put up. I can decide what new stuff I want to put out another time. And we're going to head to Whole Foods now to do our, hopefully, 3 weeks worth of grocery shopping. It's warmer out here today. I gave Don the 10-minute warning about 15 minutes ago. He's been out here just doing some small stuff, straightening, that kind of thing. It's nice and cool in the garage, even though it's hot enough outside that Don has on shorts for the first time today. Guess he's upstairs. There he is. He's got his podcast in his ears. That's why he didn't hear me. Well, as it turns out, I had a message from the farmer that she's not going to get till Whole Foods till around 5. That ought to be perfect because it's going on 3:30 now. It's 30 minutes up there. It took me an hour to shop last time, so we're good. Not sure what, but something's happening over here with the old Kentucky Fried Chicken building on the corner.
Well, the fact that they're closing up more windows, I do not think it's going to be a restaurant. I think this is going to turn into some other type of
Well, it
business.
looks like they have wrapping over the window, but haven't closed the window.
That's possible that they'll cut it out.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing, but who knows?
Right, I can't tell.
So we went by Krispy Kreme.
Oh, man. Mary said, well, why are you turning here? Because I want to, because I wanted to go by see Krispy Kreme, and maybe I could catch a whiff.
What was the gas price at Murphy?
$141.9.
Okay. The lowest I've seen in town is $134 over at the Cupboard by South Park. But anyway, there were like 10 people in line at Krispy Kreme at 3:40 in the afternoon. So, and look at the cars. I mean, you know, Don and I have really been staying at home. I mean, I go down to the environmental part, but to me that doesn't really count. But like, look at all the cars. Like, are people really staying at home?
Can fool me.
Yeah, Don and I are pretty much in agreement on the stay-at-home order, but we're not so sure how effective the stay-at-home order is. And I understand that the Reopen NC had a huge protest in downtown Raleigh again today. I left a comment for WRAL that if they would stop covering the protests, maybe the protesters would stay home, because they really seem like they want a lot of attention.
Wow, Ruby, you did that really well. No funny jerks or anything. She did that like a pro. I mean, hell, I couldn't have done it any better than that.
Yeah, I thought you were driving.
No, she was driving. She was doing 5 over the speed limit even. Yeah, well, I assure you, sweetie.
It's a Model 3, yay! The moment of truth to see how crowded it is and what we're looking at over here. Totally reasonable looking, if I had to say.
I would agree.
And whatever line there is out front, I don't even see a line, so maybe they're not busy enough to back up right now. Well, that works for me. I don't mind waiting in line. I just don't want to wait in line in the sun.
Right, well, if you're going to wait
Looks like
here,
there's one person waiting to go in, so we're good.
You should get going.
The answer is yes, the Model Y does have a larger side view mirror than the Model 3 does. Thanks so much. David from the UK is up next commenting on the price lock situation with the tow hitch and the full self-driving program.
9 bags of groceries from Whole Foods, 1 bag from the farm plus some fresh strawberries. 3 weeks worth was just shy of last week's total, which I'm not sure why, because I almost swear I got more meat this time than last time. Maybe it was the difference is I didn't buy a spiral ham today. So I come out and Don was using his time very wisely and taking himself a nap. Well, I was in there for right at an hour again.
Yeah.
Yeah, right at an hour. Now the line is about 20 people long.
Yeah.
So I guess apparently 3:30 in the afternoon is a pretty good time to come. Well, this is that spot on Judd Parkway that made me so sad the other day that they had started to clear trees. And not only did they clear trees, but they really cleared trees. I'm very disappointed. Totally disappointed. One of our friends and fellow Tesla owner has suggested we have a virtual cocktail tonight on Zoom. And we were like all about that. So Don has a Heineken because we've been to the store and we have a new supply. And I've got my
whoa, there he is.
Apple cider. Well, that sure was a lot of fun.
Oh, it was. It was a blast.
You should definitely Zoom some of your friends that you haven't talked to.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, that I didn't realize how much I missed conversationally chatting with people like that until we were on the call. So we set it up again for next week, and we're super stoked about that. That was very enjoyable.
And we talked, obviously we talked mostly about the stay at home and the pandemic and the coronavirus and that type of stuff. We didn't even get the chance to talk about Tesla.
Yeah, maybe next week.
Maybe next week.